Hey guys, it's Prime Score, and today I'm going to show you how to get nice and smooth cinematic shots in Guild Wars 2. I've gotten a lot of questions about how to do this, and today I thought it was a good day to show you. So the first step is you want to find an awesome scene, right? Obviously. That's the hardest part. Everything else is easy. So, second step, you want to hide your UI, whatever key that's bounded to. Mine's bounded to the right bracket key. And now you don't want your character in the shot, right? So we're going to zoom all the way in. Go into first person mode. Now you have this nice shot and you can move in any direction you want. But for my liking, moving at normal speed is too fast. So what I do is I press my walking key, which is bounded to J for me. That way it's a lot slower and you're able to get nice smoother shots, and that isn't so rushed, right? Whatever you like, you don't have to walk. And now the most crucial step is you want to walk in one direction only for the entirety of the clip without your hand on the mouse. No input from your mouse whatsoever. So just make sure you're hiding your cursor out of the screen. That's the only important part. And so when you do walk, when you walk across your flat plane of, right? You'll get this nice smooth panning shot in one direction. No matter which way you walk. You can just go back. You can go right. You can do both at the same time. Just make sure you're on a flat surface when you're doing this so you don't fall off randomly. And if you try to use your mouse, it doesn't look natural, right? We can kind of get that same effect in a video editor, which I'll show you. But for now, when you record your your smooth cinematic shot, just walk in one direction for the entirety of your clip. Now, I'll show you how to make it look even better in a video editor. Okay. Now you have your awesome cinematic shot that you took directly from Guild Wars 2, and you want to make it even more awesome and put it into your nice cinematic, right? So the first step is obviously to import your new shot. And once you're done doing that, drag it to your timeline and disable the sound unless you need it. But for me, I have these cinematic borders on here. You can just find something online, an image, and put it over your video if you want that. Okay, so once you have your shot, you want to edit out the front or the beginning and the end so that for any unnaturals, like if you aren't moving in the beginning and then you start moving, edit that part out so it's just one continuous motion, right? And so we have this. Right? Awesome audio, right? Anyways, so we have that nice smooth shot and we want to enhance it so that it's not so basic, right? And so the first step is you want to play with your panning and cropping settings. So I'm using Adobe After Effects CC 2018, and under transform we have these the position and scale rotation settings, right? Those three are crucial to however you want to pan your cinematic shot. So scaling zooms in and out, right? Position moves the clip up and down. So let's reset this. 540. So I'm only going to move up and down because I have these cinematic bars to give me some leeway, right? I can't move left or right or I'm going to get black portions because my recording is only so big in resolution. And then the last one's rotation, which rotates this. So I can only rotate when I'm scaling at the same time so that I don't cut any part of the screen off. So for this, I'm going to click the stopwatch here under scale. And let's say I want to zoom out. So I'm going to start at 110%, go all the way to the end of my clip, and zoom to 100%, right? We'll see how this affects it. So as you can see, it didn't really do much. That's because I'm only zooming in the same direction that I'm moving, right? So since I'm zooming, what is it? I'm zooming out and I'm moving out. It's gonna like enhance the same effect, right? So if I switch it around, it's gonna give this awesome vertigo effect, right? Where the background is gonna stay the same height, like size, but the foreground is gonna move in, right? So that's pretty neat. But I'm gonna have it the other way. Next step is I'm gonna change my position. So I wanna move my screen from, let's see, I want my shot to pan upwards. So I'm gonna move my screen from top to bottom. And so I'm gonna start at the beginning at the bottom, set a key point there, and at the end I'm gonna move this like that. Let's not do a lot. Make it nice and slow. Let's see. See, now it looks like my camera is like pulling back but looking up at the same time. And finally, I can add some rotation to it. So since I'm at 110% right now, I can move it so that nothing's cut off. Let's see, which way do I want? Let's try this way. There we go. So it's still all, my clip is still in the entire picture. And I'm going to move it to the end and change this to 0 so that it's still in the whole picture. So if I just go through it real quick, I can see that it is. So now let's look at it one last time. See? And that looks a million times better than what we had before. So I guess I'll show you the before and after. See, and that's how I get my awesome cinematic shots. It's a lot more, it's not complicated, but more detailed when doing this method over other methods. If you try to use your mouse and do like natural movements with your hand, it doesn't look nice and smooth. You can tell somebody's using a mouse, so that's why I refrain from doing that. You can use a controller if you want. Just make sure it's super smooth, because most of the ones I've seen, you can tell it's a controller, but it's a lot better than using a hand. But this method I like because 100% of it is up to a program that can decide the perfect path to get the smoothest transition, right? And so this is how I get my amazing shots, I believe. One final step, you could, do some color correction and make it look even nicer. But Guild Wars 2 already looks nice, so you don't need to do that. So in mine, I usually do. I use, what is it? Where is it? Color Suite. I use Magic Bullet Looks. It's easy. Or you can, use the built-in method in Adobe After Effects. So if I just give it something quick, I'm not gonna, which looks better? I don't know. I'll do that one. Remove my film grain, swing tilt. Turn that off. Right. Then bring down. There we go. Now this looks even better. Now it looks like it's more in the desert with the haze compared to this, to that. And so I'll show you the final version. Let it render out first. See? And that looks amazing. So I hope this really helped you and all the questions you guys had, because I got a lot of them. And so I appreciate you guys for watching and hope to see you watch my content in the future. Thank you for watching.